If you're seeing this, then this is a message for you. I was channeling the song Shoop by Salt and Pepper. I cannot recite those lyrics, or I will be demonetized. But if you want to check that out, I would give that song a listen. And then I was hearing Pretty Privilege. Pretty Privilege. Let's see. The Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Oh, and the freaking Tower. The freaking Tower. So there's been some sort of portal that you've entered through, is what I'm hearing. I see you in this really interesting liminal space between a less evolved version of you and this more evolved version of you. Because I don't feel like you've had to do so much growth in this last, like, smaller chunk of time. I'm not talking like the beginning of your journey. I'm sensing there was like a time period where something clicked into place, and it was at that moment that you started upgrading really, really quickly. And so that's why I say, like, there's a difference between this less evolved version of you and this higher evolved version of you, and you were somewhere in the middle. And I see you right at the gate. You've made it through that portal of time where it's almost like a void moon, where you feel like nothing's happening. It feels really stagnant. Like, oh my God, like, are things ever going to get going? Yes, they're literally about to get going, because you have managed to win against all of the wars within your mind, manipulation tactics from people around you. I'm also hearing, like, you see that the threats of the 3D world are merely threats. Like, they don't have any basis in reality. You make your own reality. And I'm seeing, like, you're starting to understand, like, how you can, like, manipulate reality and manipulate your 3D. And you're realizing that you were never meant to, like, work a job, like a 9-to-5, or exchange time for money. Yeah, you're really not the Lovers coming out, along, what else? The Lovers, 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Cups. It's like, you are in such harmony and such balance that now you are in a place to truly receive and truly enjoy your abundance. I feel like for a while this collective was manifesting abundance from a place of not having it, from a place of lack. And now you're just going to be attracting abundance because you are in the frequency of abundance. It's going to be steady. It's going to be smooth. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, you made it through this portal. You've made it to these calmer waters, out of the chaos, out of the darkness. 5 of Cups. Yeah, you've really come out of that 5 of Cups energy. I feel like you're just no longer focused on, like, the things you had to let go of. Purging could be significant. Caterpillars are significant. Like, seeing little caterpillars. I've been seeing, like, a bunch of, like, the inchworm caterpillars, like, all over my tent, and, like, the little millipedes. There's something about, like, and also so many spiders. Just today, I've seen, like, 6 spiders. I need to spray this tent with some permethrin. Oh my gosh. Or permethrin. But yeah, there's something about, like, you being in this, like, cocoon phase, but also weaving your own web. Like, the thread is similar. Like, for spiders and for caterpillars, you've been creating in this vortex. I see that you could be, like, very separated from people right now, or just not really focused on relationships. I feel like that's not really your focus. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on pulling out of you what you know you need to create things in the 3D. And so, like, really this battle has been between you and you. Like, you're fighting against yourself. Like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be here, and I'm here. What can I do to get through all of this internal weirdness and gunk and shadow work and shame and doubt, so I can get to where I want to be? You have been doing the darn thing. You have seen through all of the illusions of the 3D. You're like, okay, like, this does not align, it has to go. This does not align. Like I said, you could be really, I cannot talk all of a sudden. It's also nearly midnight. It's the only time I can get anything done. Honestly, this is probably just going to be the time where I work, and we'll have to figure out sleep later. But you could resonate with decluttering, or getting rid of things that remind you of the older version of you. Perfumes, scents, body washes, that kind of stuff. or just having the urge to completely like change everything. Yeah, it's because you've exited a major cycle, because you chose yourself. You chose yourself above everything else. And when you do that, you are above everything else. So everything starts to fall away. Everything, and it happens quickly. When I say this shift feels very recent, like it could be within hours of you finding this video, or days, but I feel like whatever shift you have, I can't talk, oh my god. Whatever shift you had, my oh my, you were doing the darn thing. It was a big one. It was a big one. You could have been sleeping a lot, feeling really exhausted, stomach troubles. Also, storms are significant. Being in a lot of storms, being around a lot of storms. 551, as I looked over at 555 on the timer now. Lots of storms, lots of tower moments. Just, I'm hearing like dumb shit going wrong just for the sake, like just to go wrong. Like, really? King of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. And even through it all, you stayed steady. You stayed true. You did not let those hiccups deter you. That's what I'm saying. Like, the less evolved version of you would have let these hiccups, let these things happening be signs of, oh, this isn't meant for me, and oh, I'll just give up. No, you're just like, this is a test. I'm just gonna push past this. I'm gonna step outside of this. There's always going to be little hiccups in life. Life is never perfect. We're here to learn, and you know, correction is the best teacher. And so a lot of the time we have to relearn the same lesson until it really clicks into place, and then you get to move on from that level. And a lot of you have finally, like, there's something that's clicked into place that has to do with your abundance, like physical abundance, like physical manifestation abilities. Whereas before, I feel like you were just very almost defensive in any type of receiving. But you have done so much, I'm just seeing like so much shadow work, so much improvement. And now, like, you are in this beautiful receiving energy. You don't chase it. You're not like yearning for it or anything. 7:27 on the timer. You are just open and ready. And that's when the stability actually comes in. When you are open, when you are receptive, you are not in this defensive, chasing, attacking energy. Because if somebody's chasing me, I'm running away. We don't chase the things that we want. We attract them. We allow them to come in. We allow them, we just allow them to, we allow ourselves to receive. Couldn't get that out. Yeah, you're no longer in this really defensive energy. You're now able to allow this to come in and for it to actually last. I feel like you could really resonate with getting certain manifestations and then maybe realizing, hey, that's not for me, and then like having that battle of like, oh my god, but like I manifested this, I can't just let it go. But then like you've gotten to this place now where you're just like, you know that you can manifest so quickly, so easily, that if something is unaligned at this moment in time, you can get it back at any moment. There is no attachments anymore. There are no attachments anymore. Yeah. Because you're moving more strategically now. Like, I feel like the material doesn't matter as much to you as like your internal state, and that's why these things are coming in how they are. Like, when you stop, like, you're no longer in the chasing of the 3D. When you stop chasing, when you just open up to the possibilities that are coming your way, and you are content and you just accept things, that beautiful, beautiful detachment, that is what allows you to really tap in and sink in to this divine, juicy energy. And I really feel like, Ace of Swords, this collective knows you are not supposed to be working a job. If you're still working a job and this message is finding you, be prepared for some expansion. Be prepared for things to look very different very quickly. Now, it's going to look differently for everybody. For some of you, that could be layoffs, that could be leaving your job, that could be, changing careers, acquisitions, anything like that. Just heard a crazy ass noise outside. Like, I just see there's a lot of movement. Your energy needs to be utilized for you. It cannot be utilized for like the good of a corporation or the good of people who are not aligned. 10:01 on the timer as I say that. 12:02 on the clock. It's really time for you to step into your authenticity, step into who you really are. And that's going to take a little sacrifice. It's going to take a little like, oh my God, like, shit. Things are so different now. Things are drastic because, you know, I always say this, but confirmation, horn in the background. If you knew what the journey would look like, you would not go on the journey. You would talk yourself out of it. If I knew that going through my spiritual awakening would have me traveling and camping in random like state parks and staying in a tent while I try to heal from mold toxicity and fibromyalgia, I would have never, not the Empress coming out. I'm doing the damn thing. But like, if I had known any of that, I would have never done this. Bro, I wouldn't have. I would have tried to figure out another way. I would have tried to finagle it. I would have tried to stay at my job. And that's why Spirit had me go through it how I did. Like, Spirit was like, okay, you're going through this acquisition to make you a little uncomfortable. Oh, now you're going through a layoff. Now you're even more uncomfortable. You're going to a similar job that, you know, more uncomfortable. And like, Spirit had to like poke and prod me down the path that I had already chosen for myself, but was too afraid to go after. And like, I'm not afraid anymore. Like, you guys are not afraid anymore. You're not in this position of just like, if I don't hold on to these things, I'll have nothing. Because you know that you are the everything. 1144. You are the everything. By yourself. You don't need anything outside of you. You really don't. Guys, I'm going to leave the message there. Thank you guys so much for listening to this. Leave me like a little purple heart if you made it this far. And again, guys, I am still raising money for my camper. If you're just now seeing me and you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Ericatheoracle. Right now, I am staying in a tent while I'm recovering from mold toxicity, and I am trying to save up for a mobile home before the winter comes. So any amount of tips, bookings, donations, all that really does help us get out of this situation. I'm running short on time, and like, there's just a lot going on. I don't want to just give my whole sob story. But thank you guys so much just for all of your support and your love. And for those of you who have been able to tip and book with me and purchase things through my website, it's helped so much. Oh my God, like it really has. So thank you guys for your continued support. I love you so much. And please let me know if this message resonated with you. I'll see you next time.